It's 71,000 square feet of indoor training facility nirvana. Leagues, events, camps, clinics. From Big Easy Sportsplex, 800 Webb Street in the Elmwood area, just off Earhart Expressway. Welcome to Louisiana Baseball. From inside the Big Easy Sportsplex, welcome to Louisiana Baseball. Eric Ritchie alongside Joey Cabaceres, former Jesuit, 4-year starter, UNO star, and now part owner here at the Big Easy Sportsplex. Joey, we're chilling a little bit here in the Big Easy. We got the table on the indoor field, but I know some of the area baseball teams maybe took it a little lightly too soon this past week.
Yeah, LSU and Tulane took a couple on the chin. We'll get into that a little later in the show. But it's about that time in the season when you either take a seat and let people go by you, or you stand up and take charge.
Over the next 30 minutes, Joey and I will take a look at the college baseball scene, take a look at some of the other teams as well. We'll go to Lake Charles for our medical minute. We'll talk about that Tommy John surgery that is big no matter what level of baseball that you play.
Yeah, huge topic, and I think, you know, right now all the data is telling us it all begins in the adolescent to youth model. So that's where we concentrate our studies, and we'll hear more about it in a second.
We'll talk about that in just a bit, but as we do, we lead off with LSU and UL Lafayette for the Wally Pontiff Classic. Over 10,000 fans at Zephyr Field Tuesday night for a very special night of baseball for all of Louisiana. The Wally Pontiff Classic, always a chance to remember and reflect. LSU led the Ragin' Cajuns 3-2 in the third inning when Alex Bregman crushes one to the wall. Part of a huge night for the LSU shortstop. It scores Mark Laird. Bregman winds up all the way at third with a triple. Two batters later, Cade Savick, and oh my goodness, he sends a shot to straightaway center field, a blistering 2-run home run, and the LSU Tigers were on a roll. In the sixth, Bregman added a solo shot to complete his 3-for-3 night, a homer, a triple, a double. He drove in 4. LSU hangs on for the 8-6 win on a night that everyone remembers Wally Pontiff Jr.
It's a tremendous honor to come out here and play in honor of Wally, and I got to know his dad really well over the years that I've been here, and it's watching that video brought tears to a lot of the guys in our dugout.
The whole Wally Pontiff Classic is it's become a real tradition for our program because we're honoring a wonderful young man that is really part of the legacy of LSU baseball. He represents everything good about college baseball, college sports, LSU, and LSU baseball. And so it's really great that you know, we're here. We play a great team. We have a great crowd. The facility looked beautiful. It was a wonderful night for everybody.
Well, you know, first of all, I lost a little brother, and you know, I watched my parents bury a child, and you don't want to see that look on any parent's face. And so we're so honored to be here and play for that reason. And then we're already in it again for next year, and being able to bring a crowd too, and make the game you know, to the point where they can raise money and keep money in their foundation. And you know, I know my middle son played for me for 4 years, and my other son played for me, and you know, I look around the dugout from time to time, and they're not here anymore, and I miss the heck out of my two sons. But selfishly, they're going to come home. You know, Wally went home, and for those parents to sit here tonight, even, and when I drove up, you know, into the ballpark tonight and saw them selling the 31 jerseys, and you know, as a parent, you got to see all that again. You know, they keep reliving that every year, you know, and then you got to watch him up on the thing, and man, it's got to be tough for a parent. But the way it's done, as honorable as it's done, that's the way it should be for a great kid and a great ball player.
So LSU against UL in the Wally Pontiff Classic, I like to call these recovery games. You know, there's something you need to get back in the saddle and play. You just had a heartbreaking conference series loss. You lost your last game to really a tactical error, and you can't almost put that on the entire team. Jared Foster, who's a phenomenal outfielder. This kid's a great athlete, makes catches. I think he was in ESPN for the one he had last year. He comes in a situation at the end of the game where most people you'd hear it say no doubles. And no doubles means your defense backs up and doesn't allow or tries to mitigate against the extra base hit. So your outfield backs up, hugs the line, your corners hug the line, and you make the team really earn a double or an extra base hit. In actuality, that's called no doubles, no dives. That's what we teach the kids here. It's just like the infield fly rule. It's not really the infield fly batters out. It's infield fly batters out if fair. And so people kind of need to put that in there. So at the end of the day, this kid comes in, tries to make a game-winning catch to end the game, and when he misses, it rolls to the fence and they get inside the park home run. So again, a tactical mistake, it happens, but then you have to get back on the horse and go play. The other thing I'd say about Jared Foster is, big guy, keep diving for balls. You're that good, you'll make those plays.
The UL Lafayette Report is brought to you by AMG Specialty Hospital.
We got a bunch of new guys out here, and it's been nothing but a blast, man. This team's come together great. And yeah, we've had a couple up and downs, but we just always keep fighting. You can look at this game, for instance, we were down big early, and we just kept playing ball and kept fighting. We love the game of baseball, and we're not going to go away until somebody tells us we have to stop playing. Yeah, definitely, I got to be more vocal this year. I got a bigger presence on the field and in the dugout, and I got to take that responsibility on every day I come out here. Just make sure I'm bringing the energy, make sure everybody's where they need to be, and it's rolling good.
What's going to be the key for the Raging Cajuns to get through the second half of the Sun Belt Conference and get back into where you guys want to be?
Yeah, we just got to keep doing what we've been doing and keep fighting, and hopefully we can catch a few breaks here and there, and we can start rolling again. I think we'll be fine, and we'll just string a couple wins together, get some momentum rolling, and we'll be good. For me, I guess through all the ups and downs, I'm never going to quit on my team, and I'm always going to be here for them, and I'm always going to stand up and be a man, and I got true love for my teammates, and I'm going to play for them every night.
The UL Lafayette Report is brought to you by AMG Specialty Hospital.
And about Blake Trahan real quick, this guy is an absolute player. One thing he had happen for him this past year is he played on Team USA, and he actually played with Bregman of LSU. They were on the same team together. Bregman logged more innings at shortstop with that Team USA squad, which forced him, Blake Trahan, to play a bunch of other positions. Made him a little more well-rounded, a little more versatile, probably gave him a few different angles to look at that were different from before. But Trahan is the guy that you just can't let him beat you. He's that good. If you throw balls down the middle, he's going to make you pay. If you miss, he's going to make you pay. I really like watching this kid play. I don't think he ever shows up to the park half-hearted or with half intensity, and you're watching the team feed off of him. So just a fun kid to watch with some valuable experiences, that Team USA thing that'll carry him for the rest of his life.
Joey, it's time for us to take our first break. Later in the show, we'll head to Lake Charles and talk to Dr. Brett Cassio about Tommy John surgery. It's the first of a two-part series, but coming up, a Southland Conference showdown on the Bayou. Nichols and Southeastern when we return. Louisiana Baseball is brought to you by Big Easy Sportsplex, by Royal Honda, AMG Specialty Hospital, and by orthopedic specialist Dr. Brett Cassio.
Hello, my name is Brett Cassio. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I specialize in sports medicine and arthroscopic surgery and shoulder replacement. I'm most proud of the fact that we take care of every young athlete regardless of their background. I'm located at Memorial Hospital in Lake Charles, Louisiana. You can find more information at my website, CassioSportsMed.com.
Hi, I'm Greg Walter. I'm Tommy Meyer.
And I am Ray Trosclair. We are private wealth advisors with Ameriprise Financial. We believe that your success is not only measured by your financial well-being, but how confident you are about your future.
No matter what your financial dreams are, our mission is to help you reach your financial goals through a personal relationship based on knowledgeable advice.
Let our team at Walters, Meyer, Trosclair & Associates help you feel more confident about your financial future.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Important for us to keep the thing rolling. We got on a streak last week. We swept Corpus at their place. We wanted to keep that streak going. We don't want to be a hit and miss team. We be as consistent as possible.
Southeastern head coach Matt Reiser brings us back from break. A 3-game series, 2 in Thibodaux, 1 in Hammond, between the Southeastern Lions and the Nichols Colonels. A Southland showdown for sure, especially as backyard rivals. Let's check out what happened on Game 3 after Southeastern won the first 2. Sunday is certainly no day of rest for Nicholls State opponents when Justin Sinibaldi is on the mound. The strikeout to end the first, and this young man was dialed in. At the plate, Kyle Reese, the base knock to right center. He had 3 hits. It would score Justin Holt. He had 4 hits. Colonels led 1-0. Nicholls getting the job done defensively in the second. Brent Hoffman singles to left for the Lions, but watch Darius Knight. He's going to go lion hunting. Guns down the runner at third. Reese throws to second, and that's your basic 7-5-4 DP to end the inning. Stayed 1-0 until the 7th when Reese slaps a shot the opposite field. Joey Morales, come on down. He's going to score. Reese goes to second with the RBI double. 2 batters later, Tanner Vanderveer bloops one to right. Reese would score, and it's 3-0 Nicholls. More than enough for Sinibaldi on this day. He goes the distance, named the Southland Conference Pitcher of the Week for a 9-inning shutout, holding Southeastern to 5 hits, striking out 6. Nicholls wins 4-0.
I just had to have a good outing, and we got the runs, and then I got the win. Everybody always plays hard behind me, so I thank them for that.
I thought we came out not flat and did not play hard, but their intent was just a little bit better than ours today. And you know, that's what we've been really preaching on more than anything. Let's take it a pitch at a time. You know, first pitch, we'll worry about it. Compete as hard as we can. Once that pitch is over, we'll compete for the second pitch, and just kind of go pitch to pitch. Kind of shortens the game up for us a little bit. You know, you got to do a good job being able to focus. I think that's the biggest thing with young kids is their lack of focus, and being able to get them to concentrate for that long, at that high level of energy is big. So we try to keep it as simple as possible, just compete each pitch, and I think the guys have done a good job of that. That's why we have consistency.
Huge win for us. One, because we played a great opponent. It was our rival. Southeastern played really good baseball the first couple of games in this series and got us a little bit. You know, over the last course of the last month or so, we haven't played our best baseball, but we're getting ourselves in position to get over that hump a little bit with a new team, new guys, new faces. This was a critical win for us, but Justin Sinibaldi absolutely set the tone from the beginning. This is what Nicholls baseball is supposed to look like today.
Nicholls State salvages the weekend with a win on Sunday. They get an excellent effort out of Justin Sinibaldi, a local product, Rummel High School, fell under Coach Nick Monaco over there, and he's been a big easy guy with his family since I think we opened the doors, he and his brothers. See his dad in here all the time throwing batting practice to his other brother who plays at Delgado. Justin has really matured into what is a fine college pitcher. He's a big, tall drink of water, delivers a heavy, heavy ball. He's got a nice 2-seam fastball as well. But he went out there on Sunday and he threw a shutout. And to get a shutout out of a Sunday starter in a must-win game after you've lost 2 already, that really salvaged the weekend and puts them in a position where they're still in the hunt for what they need to do this year.
One more time, back to Didier Field for a very special Nicholls Report. The Nicholls Report is brought to you by Ortho LA, Walters, Meyer, Trosclair and Associates, and by YKM Consulting.
For this week's Colonel Report, we have our guys shaving their heads for a really good cause. It's just a wonderful deal for our guys to be a part of something, you know, shaving their heads for childhood cancer awareness. And we were approached about this by the Cure versus the Versus Foundation, and I absolutely accepted. One, because I want our guys to understand the awareness of things, but number 2, we want to be a part of it, and we want to be a part of something special, try to raise some funds for, you know, something special like that, and I'm proud that we can be a part of that.
Well, it's for a good cause, so I can't really complain, but you know, it's definitely a team bonding experience. We'll all get to make fun of each other a little bit, and we'll have fun with it. My hair's never been that short. I mean, feels kind of nice. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it on my head, but we'll see. Deep breaths.
Ready?
Dude, this feels good too.
Oh my God.
Feels kind of cool though.
I think Smitty needs to win this, coach. Yeah, Smitty does. Hey, right here, Smitty. Yeah.
The after look right here. It feels kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie to you. The buzz put some butterflies in my stomach, but once you put that first line down the middle of my head, it was over, and I just had to laugh. If you'd have told me to cut my hair for no reason yesterday, I'd have probably argued with you, but for this cause, you know, we're all happy to do it, it's fun.
Now, as for the Tulane Green Wave, a little history this weekend as they hosted their very first American Athletic Conference Series. UConn in the house. Tulane and UConn split the first two games. We pick it up with the rubber match, Game 3, as this week's Tulane Report. UConn led this game 2-0 in the third when Stephen Alame sends a high pop-up. And on a windy day at Turchin, that's going to cause problems. It does. It drops, it scores a run, and the Green Wave is on the board. Fifth inning, Tulane strikes again. After tying the game, Hunter Hope laces a shot to third. UConn goes for two, but Hope is safe. The go-ahead run scores, and it's 3-2 Tulane. UConn would save the fireworks for the ninth. Down one, a leadoff home run from Joe DeRoche Duffin. The solo shot ties this game at 3. Later in the inning, the grounder up the middle, and Tulane misplays it. It's an error, and the go-ahead run scores. UConn would add one more and come back to defeat Tulane and take the series 5-3, the final.
Well, we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. I mean, we're going to stay aggressive, and, you know, we can't afford to be passive with anybody. We got to be better at home plate. We just have to learn from how we got beat today and move forward. That's all we can do.
They're a good team, and we know that, and we are too. We're not done until last out's made. You know, they got us today, but we hope to bounce back Tuesday, and then this weekend at ECU, another conference series, so bounce back then.
Just a little disappointed. I mean, tip your hat off to that ball club. They're a good ball club, but I really think we deserve to, you know, win. I mean, made some mistakes at the end, but, you know, they were crucial mistakes, and that's all I really got to say.
Tulane with a tough weekend, drops 2 out of 3. Kind of heartbreaking for those guys. 2 points to kind of bring out of the series. One is Emerson Gibbs. Emerson, again, local product, Jesuit High School, been a Big Easy, known him since he was a little kid. He's becoming the college pitcher that he was in high school. Remember, he was a National Pitcher of the Year, Sports Illustrated, all that good stuff. He is really difficult to square up. He is a very, very good college pitcher. He'll be even better the more he stays in that environment and learns from all those peers as well as coaches. The other piece is, you know, on Sunday, kind of an up and down game. They bring in Alex Massey, who's pretty electric, throws 4 scoreless innings, and then he comes out the game. And there was a big question mark. Why is Alex out the game? Why didn't you leave him in? And what I'll say is this. The only people who are privy to the data and information, 100% of it, are the coaches. And those guys know their players, they know their arms, they know their makeup, they know what's coming down the road. And a line I like to use is, if I have to lose a game to develop a player, it's well worth it. So again, you never want to try to lose these games in college or give any away, but you have to trust in what Coach Pierce is doing over there and what's going on. He's got a team riding on a really good high. So we'll see what happens with Tulane the rest of the season.
Time for another break here from the Big Easy Sportsplex. Still to come, another local product, Johnny Giavotella, making some noise in spring training. We'll give you an update, but up next, we head to Lake Charles for our Medical Minute.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Chef Agino, which is a local Christian homeschool support group, has been around for about 30 years. And we help parents navigate the process of educating their kids at home. When parents are homeschooling their kids, typically there's not a lot for them to do from a socialization perspective. We have field trips, we have camping trips, we have graduations, and of course we have PE. So the message that we're trying to convey to parents all throughout the greater New Orleans area is that if the public school isn't working for you and private school is out of reach, you should check out the viability of home education. You can check us out at gnochristianhomeschooling.org.
Welcome back to Louisiana Baseball. We're heading into our Medical Minute segment on the show where we feature Dr. Brett Cassio. He's with us all season. Our Medical Minute this week is the Tommy John surgery. It's part 1 of a 2-part series that we're following up on. I have people walk in all the time, what's a symptom of it, what are the risk factors for it, when does it begin, when does it start, what do I need to look for. It's a lot of unknown. And the one thing I want to say about this before we kick everything over to Dr. Cassio is this starts when you're young. It really does. This is a buildup over time. This usually isn't a one-event trauma. This isn't like you fell on the ground and you popped your UCL. This is something that your UCL is like a piece of rope. It starts to fray over time. It doesn't recover in the right way. Your mechanics alter to make it even worse. You have some muscular incompetency, which means that you just aren't strong enough to be efficient with your mechanics. There's a lot of different factors that go into this, one of which, and I want to say it out loud, is travel baseball. And that's coming down straight from Dr. Andrews. Now, we play travel baseball. We enjoy it. It's a really nice scene. The kids have a great time. The problem is everything's condensed on Saturday and Sunday. So kids are pitching back to back. So we try to do the best we can with the model we're given, but I think you're going to see some major changes in the climate of youth and adolescent baseball as we move forward. So with all that stuff, let's kick it over to Dr. Cascio. Take it away, Brett.
So the Tommy John surgery is probably the most famous surgery in orthopedics. It's named after a pitcher who had a great career, but later in his career he tore the ligament in his elbow that allows you to throw a fastball. And he tore this ligament, and up till then that would be the end of your career. But a surgeon in Los Angeles took a chance and fixed this ligament, and it was revolutionary. And since then it's just exploded. So Tommy John was able to return back to a successful career as a pitcher, and it's because of fixing this small ligament in the elbow. And actually he didn't fix it, he actually reconstructed it by taking tendon from elsewhere in the body. In this case it was the wrist. Usually we take it from the wrist, and sometimes we take it from the hamstring. But basically we reconstruct the small ulnar collateral ligament, or the UCL, otherwise known as the Tommy John ligament, that's on the inside of the elbow. And that is a very great surgery that has a high return to play rate for us, and it's unfortunately becoming way too common in the younger players. So the stress on the elbow when you're throwing is higher than the little ulnar collateral ligament can sustain. The only way that this little ligament can survive through years and years of throwing fastballs is because the muscles around it help it. And as people's mechanics change, or maybe their mechanics are not good to begin with, but they grow larger and their velocity gets higher and the forces across this small ligament increase, it gets to the point where the ligament can't withstand it anymore and it tears.
How you doing? I'm Andre Labe. I'm a physical therapist. I'm actually the owner and CEO of Total Package Performance and Wellness Facility here at the Big Easy Sportsplex. Our program and our facility was actually spawned off of the idea that we have been seeing a dramatic increase in injuries in the adolescent age group from ages from like 10 to 17. And we've actually noticed that we've been seeing both in rehab and in surgeries some injuries such as ACL tears and Tommy John surgeries and these types of things that we used to see only in age groups from 16 to 21. What we've noticed is that our kids are being actually trained, being coached, and actually and competing at a higher level at a much earlier age than we've ever seen before. And for that reason, we have seen this epidemic of major injuries. Just here at our facility, we've seen, we're on our 10th to 15th Tommy John reconstructive surgery under the age of 16. So about 5-6 years ago, we started looking at injury rates across the United States and in both the NCAA, college level, and high school level, and tried to identify schools and programs that had injury rates that were low, while on the same side having performance that was at a high level. And we found kind of a common theme of strength training that we've actually studied and adapted here at Total Package. And the idea is that we want to now prepare the adolescent athlete and prepare the orthopedically immature athlete for the sports that we're actually putting them through today. Hold the ball out, away from you, okay? Right about here, okay? Close your eyes. Don't let me move you. Don't let me move you. The beauty of it is that we're actually able to work with our athletes from both an injury standpoint all the way back to total performance, and from a performance standpoint, be able to build in strength training that actually helps us decrease the chance of injury. The beauty of it is that as our performance enhancement program goes, it really is an injury prevention program. And what we found is that that injury prevention program leads to higher performance. So it's something that we've been very lucky to kind of put ourselves in a situation that we have access to a facility like the Big Easy Sportsplex, because we can actually take our athletes from the plinth, the table, the treatment table, all the way out to the field. The other nice thing about it is we're able to communicate and work with different coaches from a strengthening standpoint and also from a coaching standpoint, and really figure out what they're trying to make these athletes do, and allows us to build a program that actually prevents those athletes from getting injured. We've worked with strength coaches from LSU, the New Orleans Saints, the Giants, different strength coaches from around the United States and the world, because we actually spent some time in the Czech Republic looking at their concepts of muscle imbalances. And that idea is that we can now start to predict things that may lead to an injury before the athlete even knows that they're getting injured. The muscle imbalance concepts are new that we've actually adapted here in the United States, and I'm one of about 10 other people in the United States that have been able to learn and actually spend time in the Czech Republic. Get athletic, beautiful. Call us here at Total Package or email us here at tpfunction.com, and we can give you all the information on our program.
When it comes to you or a loved one facing a long-term stay in a hospital, there are other long-term acute care hospitals, and then there is AMG Specialty Hospital. AMG Specialty Hospital is a long-term acute care hospital known as an LTAC. We are designed to give care to patients who require an extended hospital stay. AMG Specialty Hospital focuses on putting our patients first, which is why 90% of our specialty hospital patients and their families would recommend us to others. Other LTACs will care for you. AMG Specialty Hospital will care about you. AMG is committed to delivering quality health care to our patients within the communities we serve. Go ahead, ask your doctor which LTAC hospital they would trust most for their own loved ones. If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there. But if you're looking for the best long-term acute care hospital with great patient care, AMG is proudly serving 8 locations in Louisiana and 7 other locations within the United States. So when the best care is as close as this, there's absolutely no reason to go to any LTAC other than AMG's healthcare management for complex medical needs.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us. Why are you a member?
Time now for a Louisiana baseball tip of the cap to the Destrehan Storm.
Hey, we are the Destrehan Storm. We're a 7U SSSA baseball team. We just got together about 2 months ago. We've got some really great boys.
My name's Cole, right field. Brady, and I play second base. Austin, and I play shortstop. My name is Larry, I play first base.
Bryson, and he plays left field. We've won multiple games. We just want the boys to have a lot of fun and learn the basics about baseball.
1, 2, 3, start!
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Welcome back to the Big Easy Sportsplex. Eric Ritchie, Joey Cabaceres wrapping things up, but we want to give props to a local guy just like Joey Cabaceres. Johnny Giavotella stars at Jesuit, stars at UNO, and after 7 years with the Royals, looks like he's finally going to get his shot at being an opening day second baseman for the Angels.
Yeah, he's paid a lot of dues in the minor leagues. He's played a bunch of games in the big leagues as well. You know, you hear about calling these guys, they're a 4A player, you know, not AAA, not big leaguers. I've known Johnny since he was a kid. I coached against him, knew him when he played JPRD out here, and to be fair, he's not just like me. He's about 20 times better. So to be fair about that, but Johnny comes in Big Easy. We met earlier this year again. He came in, took some ground balls on the turf, was trying to get ready. Had nothing but great things to say about every experience he's had, including the ones where he go up and down and up and down. So he's got the right mindset to stick this out, and he's the right player in today's era. He can run, he can hit, he can pick it. So he's the right guy. So really proud of Johnny and hope nothing but the best.
A lifetime 300 hitter in the minors, and now killing the ball in spring training, as Joey alludes to. We certainly wish Johnny Giavotella the best, but that will do it for another edition. Hard to believe we're 3 weeks into this show already.
Yeah, almost halfway home.
All right, time for us to say goodnight from the Big Easy Sportsplex. For Joey Cabaceres, I'm Eric Ritchie. Thanks so much for watching Louisiana Baseball. Good night.